Welcome everyone to Merkaba Energy Healing. We are back with another reading today, asking Spirit about your future spouse. Who is your future spouse? What are they going to look like? What are they going to be like? What is it going to feel like to be with them? Now, if you're not looking for a spouse, but a committed partner, this reading is also for you. So we're going to look into characteristics, zodiac signs, months you might meet them, and then finally a time frame. Okay, so we have 3 piles here with 3 cards from the Angel Answers Oracle cards. So we have message number 1, message number 2, and message number 3. So if you would like to join me now, I'm going to start with the grounding breath and prayer and invocation of Spirit. Grounding into Mother Gaia now. Connecting it with Divine Source, asking Mother, Father, God Source, please help me to be a divine communicator of the highest healing messages, clear communication to the collective about their future spouse and about love in general. Calling on divine and sacred beings of light and love only to please guard and protect over this reading and over my space and the spaces of all involved, so only the highest vibrational messages can come through me today. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So as always, please go down to the timestamps below and I will see you at your reading. Welcome group number 1. So we are going to do a reading asking Spirit, who is your future spouse? Who is your future spouse? And we are going to get characteristics, some energies about the relationship. Then we'll do zodiac signs and the months in which you might meet, and then finally time frame. So let's start with the first Angel Answers Oracle card. Success. Okay. So the first thing I'm actually being shown is this is quite a traditional picture. This is just a professional in like professional garb, a professional outfit with a briefcase or a bag that looks like they're going to some corporate office, something like that. It looks like a traditional professional, let's just say. This is somebody who is going to, this is someone who is inherently successful in their work, but I'm also hearing that this person has had a lot of success through their own enlightenment. So they've been working on themselves. They have been, let me just ask Spirit. I hear the words dark night of the soul. So they have been through some challenges and have come out the other side. And Spirit is telling me that the reason why it has taken whatever time it has taken for you to meet this person is because they've really been working on themselves. And they had a lot of love to give, but they weren't ready to share yet because I'm hearing they didn't think that they were worthy. And now they're starting to feel worthy. And they're showing me as this woman is sort of floating. They're saying that this person feels lighter as a result. They don't feel as bogged down. And their concern used to be that they would bog down a partner with their, let's say, heaviness, their whatever they considered would be their problems or their challenges. And now they feel lighter. And so I'm hearing they're going to float into your life shortly. And we'll look at the time frame a little bit later in the reading. I'm also hearing that you might have experienced this yourself. So while part of you might have wanted love for a while, part of you might have actually not felt ready because you were working through some of your own difficulties, and you might also be just coming upon your capacity to really share your life with somebody and to be loving without there being boundary crossings, I'm hearing, where you might have given too much of yourself in past relationships and you might have been taken advantage of, I'm hearing. And you don't want to attract that very same partner, the same kind of person who's going to take you for granted. And I'm seeing that this divine counterpart actually struggled with some of the same issues and needed to sort of know their own worth, which I think they said earlier. So it seems like you guys are in this similar energy where you really want an equal, where you want someone to be your equal. I'm seeing that this person might actually travel quite a bit. I don't know if you travel quite a bit, but it seems like their work takes them to, I'm hearing exotic places, and that when you're together, you might actually go with them to these exotic places. And some of you might have wanted to do this, but not have had the means or the wherewithal, whatever the reasons might have been. The person that is coming in will actually provide opportunities for you. I'm hearing the word explore, and in particular, explore the world, these interesting places where the two of you are going to, they're showing me like two people who are like oohing and eyeing at some place together. And in your inspired experiences, I'm hearing, you're going to really connect in a very deep way. Yeah, I'm seeing like animals, like very exotic animals, and hiking um, and just being outside and being in a state of marvel, like you're marveling at things together. And as a result, you're marveling at one another as you see how the other person sees the world. Something opens within your heart because you didn't know there was someone out there who could see the world. I'm hearing starry-eyed, like in such like with so much wonder. And this is very beautiful to you and very inspired to you. I'm feeling that the person who's coming in has a very soft nature. It doesn't mean that they don't have strength. Softness is about yielding, divine feminine within the divine feminine and within the divine masculine, the capacity to yield. So this is not somebody who is interested in drama. This is not somebody who's interested in fighting a lot. This is really somebody who wants to communicate with you and engage and wants to hear what you have to say. Like I'm seeing somebody really listening to you as you're explaining your feelings and explaining your thoughts. They really want to understand you, and they really want to, I'm hearing the word compromise whenever that is necessary in the relationship. And this is going to feel like so light to you, like you couldn't believe that this was possible in a relationship, because I'm sensing that a lot of you have not experienced a partner like this. Where perhaps in previous relationships there was a lot of chaos and maybe not yelling, but just harshness and tension and ego. And the person coming in really is not about that at all. Like there just is no ego. There's just like this beautiful lightness about them. They're tuning me into the bit of in this card, which I never noticed before, where these angels are holding what looks like magic wands. And I'm hearing that this relationship is blessed, which almost makes me emotional a little bit. And I'm hearing the words divine timing, where because you both have come into some divinity, right, within yourselves, in your soul's journey, the relationship is going to feel like a blessed one, because you're at such high vibrations as individuals that as you come together, the vibration is just going to rise, which is just further validation of what you have done as an individual in your own soul's journey to bring in this kind of love, where this reading is not about, I'm just going to rattle off a bunch of characteristics and tell you that your love is around the corner. Because that doesn't happen for everyone like that. My readings are more about you as an individual soul on your soul path, and how you are expanding your own personal consciousness and your own self-awareness of your divinity, of your of your own light. And that as you expand within your light, you are going to attract your lighted partner to you on the highest timeline possible. And it's going to be a success, right? So with the word success, they're also alerting me to this being a lifelong partner, if that is what you desire. One where you're going to sort of grow and ascend together. You're going to grow and ascend together as companions. And this is going to happen like throughout your life, this ascension together as a partnership. I'm also seeing that as you grow together, the blessed aspect of the relationship is also about wealth. So everything is a frequency, right? So if you're vibrating at a high frequency because you're embodying more self-love, and then you come together with this person who has also cultivated self-love and feels worthy and deserving, and you come together and you ascend together, your frequency will be very high. So that will attract all sorts of abundance to you. And I'm seeing that with wealth, with like physical, tangible wealth. I'm seeing this gold dust here, almost like coins. I'm asking, some of you may know I'm asking questions in my mind, and that's why I get quiet sometimes. I'm not just tuning in, I'm asking questions. So I was asking about children, and it just doesn't seem to be a part of this reading. That doesn't mean you're not going to have children if you want them. It's just not a part of it right now. I'm seeing that this person is going to be well read, like they have a philosophical turn of mind, and that when you are communicating with each other, when you're talking to each other and listening, like this person has a lot of depth to what they're sharing. It's almost like you're going to be talking about something usual, and they're going to sort of say something from a book that they read, or even an excerpt from a song. It's like they really pay attention. I'm hearing air signs right now. I didn't ask for that, but that's what they just said. So it just feels like, for some of you who don't know, we're looking at Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. It just feels like this person really has a wealth of knowledge, and you're going to be really inspired and interested and never bored. I'm hearing you're just not going to be bored because their mind is very quick and has a lot of wisdom about it, about them. I'm also hearing that either you or this person, it might be both of you, have experienced some degree of grief, which might have thrown you off course in terms of looking for love, so that you might have lost someone, a person, or perhaps an animal that was dear to you. And this put you on pause for a long period of time. No pun intended there. I don't mean to laugh. I'm sorry. I just heard that in my mind. And it feels like you're just sort of coming back to life after a period of grief. And that's why you might find each other now. Because your hearts might have just been closed to love in general, not just intimate love, but like when you're in a state of grief, your heart can just shut down. And a lot of that processing of that grief and the emotional expression of that grief can take time and can be kind of a wall to love, and not in any bad sense. But that's what they were meant also about divine timing earlier, that this person is going to come in at the time where your heart is sort of opening once again. Spirit, what else do you want to tell us about their future spouse? So they're telling me I could draw some cards, and I'm just figuring out what cards I want to draw from. So I think I'm going to draw some tea leaves. Okay. Divine Source, please show us clearly about group number one's future spouse. What else do you want to tell them about their future spouse, please? And thank you so much. Okay. And this one. Anything else? Okay, they're telling me to pull from the second side. There we go. Spirit, show us clearly for group number one, what is their future spouse? Thank you. And this one? Okay. Let's see what we have. The Wheel. Indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble on aimlessly. They're telling me not to read the bottom piece, actually. Well, mountain, sorry. Archway and crib. Well, isn't that interesting? Because I was asking about children. Okay. So, what I'm noticing first, sort of about these major cards over here, is a lot of sort of outdoors themes. So, it seems like you guys might take trips together. You might be outdoorsy together. I think they mentioned like hiking earlier. I'm also hearing that some of you might really enjoy going to beautiful spaces. Like I'm seeing gardens, like archways, mountains. It seems like, both of you will enjoy the sort of the majesty of nature together in some way. With the wheel, they're showing me that this person really was in their head for a long time. Like spinning wheels is how they're showing it to me. And they're really coming out of that right now. And with the well, my readings are sometimes like a story. So they're showing me like this person needed to fill their own well or their own cup, right? They needed to nourish themselves first before coming into a new relationship. And some of what they had to overcome is within themselves rather of things external, like external challenges. It felt like they really needed to overcome something profound in order to come into this relationship. Now, what they're showing me with the archway is that for some of you, or for both of you rather, having been through this experience here allowed you to come upon new opportunities in your lives where you started to feel the spark of magic in your lives again like you hadn't before. And so because you started to feel that rush of energy where you're like, oh, something good has come into my life, that began a spark within your heart that maybe was the impetus to start to explore love again. So some of you might have experienced more like abundance in wealth or in your careers, or maybe you had a turn of health, I'm hearing, where things started to turn around. I'm hearing some of you had some enigmatic health issue and it was finally diagnosed and now you're being treated properly. Maybe some of you finally got the right diet. Maybe you had allergies. I'm hearing some of you might have experienced something like Crohn's or IBS or like stomach issues. And some of these things have just kept you from opening up to a new relationship. And with the archway, they're saying like something opened up. There was either an opportunity or some opening that created some relief or some inspiration or something that just created like the sense of, okay, things are finally opening up. Things are finally moving, right? And so this has allowed you to start to think about love again. And I'm sensing that the person that's coming in is in the very same situation where they're just like a nubile. So with the crib, they're actually showing me that it's more about nubile, like being birthed again, where you're starting anew. And it feels like you guys are coming back to life. And it feels like both of you in some respects, but definitely the person who's coming in. And so when they meet you, there might be a little bit of trepidation. Like you might come together and you might have this sense of attraction with one another, but it's going to be like they're showing me the Knight of Pentacles. So some of you might know that that's the card of something serious, like a good offer, a serious offer of love potentially, somebody who's well-grounded, but it's a little slow going. And I feel like for both of you, that might be a good thing, because I feel like you guys have been through quite a bit to get to where you are right now. And you're just having your new beginning, whatever that might be. And you might need somebody to be by your side, like step by step, and not have it actually rush in and sort of hit you over the head. That's what it seems like for this group. With the crib and the family wishes coming true, I do see that for those of you who do want a family, this is somebody who is a family person. Now, for some of you, I'm seeing that this might be a woman or a man who already has a child or children. So I'm hearing Spirit asking you to get clear about what you want. Like, it might be good not just to write a list about what you want, but to really look into the relationship and how do you want it to feel. Because some people say, I don't want somebody with children, or I have children and somebody may not want someone with children. And I really want you to think about going into the relationship and imagining your wildest dreams coming true. So allowing yourself to actually feel what it feels like to have somebody receptive of you if you have a child, or being open to somebody with children, or really opening to the idea of having children if that's what you want. Because a big part of manifestation is really feeling the experience of being in love, and not just the proverbial list of what you want in a partner, but how will you be in a partnership, if that makes sense. Okay, so let's get some zodiac signs. We might just get one or two. So Spirit, for group number 1, what are some of the zodiac signs? 1 or 2, please show me, of the spouse coming in for this group. Okay, we have Taurus. Okay, and let's get one more. What other zodiac signs for group number 1, please? And we have Aquarius, which we mentioned earlier. Okay, Taurus and Aquarius. Now, let's get the months of the year that you might meet this person. What month of the year will group number 1 meet their person? Show us clearly, please. That one wanted to come. July. So I'm doing this reading in May. I just had to stop for a second because I wasn't sure if it was June yet, but I think it's still May. So you might meet them in a couple of months, or whenever you get this message, it will be in July. I'm hearing you might meet them on the beach, like a beach event. I just heard a beach event. And what other possible months? March, springtime, lovely. We're just at the start of spring. Okay. And finally, let's get the time frame. What is the time frame that group number 1 is going to meet their divine counterpart? Show us clearly, Spirit, please. Wait. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Did I take the wrong? Oh, no, I didn't take the wrong one. Okay, I'm sorry. I did choose the right one. Okay, so because I pulled out the ones with timing, but it wasn't all about time frame. So what they're saying is, with wait, is there is going to be a person that you will likely meet in the next couple of weeks, it looks like, very soon. And they're wanting you to sort of consider your options. I just heard, consider your options. So it looks like for this group, you might have 2 options, and they just alerted me to the number 2 on the table here. You guys might actually have 2 options. So they want you to really, I'm hearing that they want you to experience the abundance of love before you go into love. And they want you to know how lovable you really are. So for this group, while we didn't get a time frame, I didn't realize that this card was even in this part of the deck. They actually really want you to consider your options, because you're going to have more than one. Okay, well, that's very interesting. Let's get one more card with the time frame. Is there anything else you want to tell this group about the time frame? Take action. Okay, so it seems like because some of you have been going through something for a while now, it seems like for this group, you may need to get outside. You may need to date. You may need to change your routine in some way. You might need to take initiative in some way in order to go meet this divine counterpart. that you may not meet them in your regular routine. So the Spirit is like saying, really just change up your routine at this point, because it's going to be important for you to, I'm hearing, shake things up in order to come to cross paths with this person. So it can be spontaneous. It can sort of come like with this shooting star here, whatever this is. I do think it's going to be sort of divine union, a divine meeting. So even if you do date, it may not even be your date. I think with the weight, there's a sense of like you might meet people, but they may not be the one. And you might come upon this person in a very unusual way. But what Spirit wants you to do is to take some kind of initiative to do something a little bit different. Okay? So that's your reading, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If anything resonated, please like, subscribe, let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, I look forward to connecting with you guys in the next reading. Take good care. Welcome, group number 2. So we are going to ask Spirit today, who is your future spouse or your future committed relationship partner? And we are going to use the Angel Answers Oracle to start. And then we're going to pull some tea leaves, and then we're going to look at characteristics, what you might experience in the relationship, what this person is like, what's going on in their lives. And then we'll look at zodiac signs and months, and also time frame. Okay, with months included, but possible time frame. Okay, so let's get into it. For group number 2, Spirit, show us clearly. Show us clearly. And it says communicate clearly. Okay, perfect. So let me just tune in, you guys. So immediately I'm seeing that this person that you're going to meet, it looks like they may do some kind of, they might be on YouTube, they might be, or you might be on YouTube. They might do like a video blog or a podcast or present some kind of talking in front of people. I'm hearing gregarious. So this is somebody who has a very outgoing personality. This is somebody who has a lot of friends or a lot of good friends or a lot of connections. I just heard the song from the show Cheers. For some of you who are a little younger, you may not know that television show, but in the show's song, it says, I don't know exactly the words. It's like, I always want to go where someone knows my name, okay? Or you always want to go where someone knows your name. And so with this person, I'm seeing that wherever they go, people know them. Like, hi, John, hi, Sarah, whoever they are, whatever the name, I'm just choosing very mundane names with all respect to anyone who has John and Sarah. I don't mean mundane, just ones that are, easy to call upon. Sorry. So it just feels like this person is known, like in their neighborhood, and very well liked. I'm hearing the word organize, and now I'm hearing Virgo. So sometimes I do get zodiac signs or names or messages earlier on. It just depends on the reading. They're very organized. So like when I see them coming home, it's like they went for a run and now they're making like some kind of juice, and I see them with a dog. So they might have an animal, but they seem to have a very clear routine. They sort of have their blank together, right? They just have a very methodical way of doing things. And it feels like they've cultivated this over a period of time, and now they're really ready to bring someone into their routine. So it seemed like because it took them some time to cultivate this routine, they weren't ready for somebody to come in because they didn't have, I'm hearing, all their ducks in a row. So it feels like they cleaned up their health after a period of like not being in great health. I'm seeing somebody who might have struggled with some kind of addiction previously. And now they've like cleaned up their bodies and their minds, and they feel straight. They feel like they think clearly and their bodies feel good. And now that they're ready to bring someone into their lives. And I keep hearing that the roles might be reversed for this group. So you might have experienced this where you might have had an addiction, and it could be like a food addiction. It doesn't have to be, a substance. Addiction is just a frequency. It's just feeling out of control and needing to try to ground into something. And so nothing is judged or looked at poorly. It's just an energy. And so when you can transcend that feeling of needing to control, feeling out of your power, you just move into a more aligned space, and anyone could sort of struggle with that. Yeah, and the way that this angel or this person is holding like a looks like a globe in their hands, and I'm seeing like somebody who again like has their life together, and they have cultivated just about every other area of their lives in some form of abundance, and the final missing piece is love. Now, I'm hearing that this person may differ from your usual type, which I know is a trite saying, but that's how they're showing it to me. This may be somebody from a different background than you, a different culture. They're saying for some of you a different race, but it's more like a cultural difference. Yeah. I'm also hearing that they might be like a different age than you. So the person that you're meeting might be significantly younger or significantly older than you. Yeah. I'm also hearing that you might meet this person through, what is this? So they're showing me, so some of you through friends, but they're not like close friends of yours. So it's like, yeah, they're like acquaintances, I guess, or like people you'll meet through your friends. You will meet this person through those people. It's like not second, but third order, like 3 degrees from your friends, I would say. And then I'm also seeing at like it looks like a work party, or like something related to your job, like maybe some kind of end of year party or mid-year party, or like, I don't know, whenever you hear this message, it's like some party given by your job. Yeah. I'm hearing that some of you actually might meet somebody who was previously married, no children, but I'm hearing the word divorced, somebody who was divorced. You might also be divorced, and you might have that in common. What else about this person coming in, please, Spirit? Please show me clearly. I'm hearing that they might have a knack for cooking. For cooking, yes. I'm smelling garlic. I asked baking and they said no, cooking. I'm seeing that you might also like to cook, and that the two of you will start doing this early on in the relationship. And this is going to be like really fun for the two of you to do together. This is odd. This is actually a little bit of a strange message, but I am going to share it. I don't know if they have been in some kind of accident. Like I'm seeing like birds over their head, like the way that they do in cartoons when somebody gets like hit over the head and they have like little birds over their head, like they're kind of out of it. I'm seeing that the person you might meet might have been in some kind of accident and was in a period of recovery. So previously we said recovery from addiction, and now I'm hearing possibly a recovery from an accident. Very unusual message there. That might just be for a couple of you. What else about the incoming person? Please tune me into the incoming person. I'm seeing somebody who just got a drastic haircut. That might be you or them. So I'm seeing like there seems to be a theme in this reading about some kind of drastic changes in your future spouse's life. Like they've really changed direction, changed shape, like their style, their way that they look. I'm hearing like as within, so without. So like they cleaned up their bodies, and they cleaned up their lives, and they cleaned up the way that they look. And it seems like some of you might resonate with some of that as well. So even with the first message, the first reading, it seems like what's happening maybe across the planet right now in us meeting our divine counterparts is this idea of meeting somebody who is like in resonance with where you are. And so a lot of people are coming together on a much higher vibration, and a lot of people who are coming together right now have been through similar journeys. That's how they're showing it to me. Okay. Okay, so they're telling me to go into the cards. So for group number 2, Spirit, can you show us clearly anything about this group's future spouse? I just heard that they enjoy playing cards. I don't know if you guys are like serious card players, but that's what it feels like. Okay, with frying pan off the bat, they're saying this is not going to be a flash in the pan. So this is not like, so they're showing me the 5th house in astrology and then the 7th house. So they're saying this is not 5th house energy in the sense of it being like a one night stand or just like a flash in the pan. It's not going to be something that's going to be a short-lived thing. This is for the long haul. Okay, this is 7th house energy. This is committed relationship energy. Okay. I'm also hearing that this person might be a vegetarian with the meat here and it being sort of burnt up. I'm hearing that the person that you might be meeting might be a vegetarian. Oh yeah, and so they're showing me like when you're cooking in the kitchen, they're showing me very clearly tofu, which I know is a little trite. Not every vegetarian eats tofu, but that's what I just saw. And I'm pretty sure I saw that earlier, but I didn't say it. Stork, news of a birth or a new business opportunity. What is that about, Spirit? Okay, so I'm just hearing the word family man or family woman. So this might be somebody who really is interested in building a family, if that's what you're looking for. Oh, I'm also seeing, for those of you who don't want children, I'm seeing that this person is very good with children, though, even though you may not want children together. So I'm seeing a man with like his niece. Like this person has a very, I'm hearing family person again. And it's not necessarily that you'll have children together, but that they're very family oriented. So this is somebody who really wants to build a life with you and has really loving, close relationships with family members and specifically children in their life. So like a niece or nephew or something like that. Ooh. Okay, that's all the cards. Hat, you will be playing a different role. So if you look back to your previous relationships and look at what role you've been playing in them, okay? So let me just ask Spirit for this collective, for this group, for group number 2, what role have they played in previous relationships? So they're showing me somebody who's like cleaning the house and taking out the garbage and doing all the things, like trying to, okay, I'm seeing clearly. So with the word hat, they're showing me like somebody who like made themselves a little bit small and was trying to make themselves worthy of their partner by like doing things by way of action. Yeah. And they're saying like in this new relationship, it's not going to be like that. Like I'm seeing somebody who comes into your life and they clean up the dishes after you eat dinner. And you're not rushing to do that. You're not rushing to like take care of everything in order to sort of matter and to be worthy. Maybe you didn't even realize that you were doing those things to be worthy, but Spirit is showing me like you're going to be in a totally different role where somebody is really going to be taking care of your needs for once. So they're asking you, like, are you ready for that? Are you ready for somebody who wants to look after you and take care of you and take initiative with like stuff around the house? Can you allow yourself to be pampered, I'm hearing, to be nourished, to be taken care of in this way? And with the frying pan here, again, I'm seeing somebody who may want to cook for you, where you're like on the couch watching TV and you're like smelling all of these yummy smells from the kitchen. Will you let this person take care of you? I just heard the words good news, good news. So there might be some incoming good news that you will want to share with this person, and you're going to sort of build on this in some way. So whoever's coming in, whoever's coming into your life, you may have this rush of like excitement from the weeks prior to meeting them that you're going to almost like come into the relationship with. And this is going to make the relationship like really buoyant. I know it's a bit of a strange message, but I feel like if in the next few weeks or whenever the time frame is that you're going to meet this person, you come upon some kind of good news, I feel like you're going to meet this person shortly thereafter. Excuse me. And they said, like, for some of you, this has already happened. So if you recently heard like good news about something and you're like, I want to share it with somebody, I feel like this person is coming in pretty soon. Yeah. I feel like happiness is the center card because it really feels like this reads as a sun card to me in the tarot. And it feels like this overarching energy of just this relationship is going to feel so easy and so light. I'm hearing like you're going to be best friends. Like that's, if you're looking for your best friend as a partner and that's like your primary criteria on your list, you know, this is your reading. Yeah. And now with the hammock, taking a vacation physically or mentally, again, it feels very light and airy. It feels like both of you have been doing a lot to work on yourselves for a long period of time. And like they said, to get all your ducks in a row. And one of your earlier dates together might be some kind of trip. Let me just get into the feeling of the relationship a little bit because I'm not getting the feeling so much. I want to see what it looks like when you meet. Yeah, they're showing me like it's not this feeling of like, oh my God, like I'm dying for this person. It feels like you've known each other. Like there's a familiarity. This might be somebody that you knew a long time ago and you're coming upon them again. And it used to be a friend and now you're looking at them as if like, oh, I can be in love with this person. I can't explain it. It just looks like you guys have been friends for a long time. And you're just gonna, it's gonna be like, this is an interesting metaphor. But for those of you who are musical and you listen to a DJ, right? What makes for a good DJ in one respect is when they cycle in music without you hearing any break, right? So there's probably a word for this. If any of you know, you can let me know in the comments, but it's this idea of where they spin music, like a piece of music into an existing piece of music and it's seamless. Okay, so that's how they just showed it to me. So you guys really might be musical. You might enjoy music together. And that's often they will have me use examples because it resonates with the people who are listening to the message. But needless to say, it feels seamless. So when you get together, there's not going to be like a rocky road or a period of like dating for a while and then it gets more serious and then it gets a little bit more serious. This is going to be just seamless. And it's not about quick or not quick. It's just going to flow. Like that's how they're just showing it to me. And so you might take a vacation pretty early on because you're just going to feel that comfortable with each other. And yeah, it's pretty simple. Okay. So I want to get some zodiac signs for the person coming in. Spirit, please show us some zodiac signs. I think we're going to get 2. Okay. Okay, so this person might be a Virgo. How cool is that? We mentioned Virgo already. So you might be a Virgo. You might know a Virgo that you're interested in. Let me know in the comments down below if it's a Virgo. Oh, and they just alerted me to the 6 on the card, where the 6 of Cups can mean someone old coming in again. It could denote nostalgia. So this is confirmation of what they already shared. Pretty cool. And with the wheat, I feel like that may be like baking bread together or like cooking together. Okay. Any other signs that you can show us clearly, Spirit, of this group number 2's incoming spouse? I can see this card wants to come out. And we have Taurus. And so interesting that the word cultivate is here, because we've been using the word cultivate a lot in this reading, where you each have cultivated your own paths, your own routines. And again, with the 2 card here, it feels like 2 peas in a pod. Like that's what it feels like. That's how this energy is going to feel, like 2 peas in a pod. Okay. Now, let's get some months. What months are you going to meet this person? Show us clearly, Spirit. What months will you meet your person? Okay. April. I just got excited because I was born in April. So we have a spring relationship. So you might have already met someone in April and came to this reading wondering if that's your person. And Spirit's like, yes, that's your person. What else? They're also alerting me to what looks like cherry blossoms on this card. And so I don't know if you might be from DC, because the cherry blossoms I'm thinking about are from Washington, DC. Or if you're from another country, maybe you will meet someone from the States. And what other months might this group meet their spouse? And we have January in the new year with this frigid weather here. So it might be in cold weather or in the month of January. Okay. And finally, let's get a time frame. Let's get a time frame for group number 2. What else can you show us? One card here, please. A year from now. So it can be a year from now with April being here, or it can be at the start of the new year. So I feel like that's validating both of these cards here. So a year from now about April time, or at the start of a new year. Okay, but you guys are definitely going to be happy together. It's going to be like a friendship. It's going to be easy. You're going to cook together. You're just going to be sort of like 2 peas in a pod. It's just going to be a very easy experience. And I really think it's going to be magical. So that's your reading, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, let me know in the comments down below. Like, subscribe if you haven't already. Otherwise, I send you so much love and so many blessings. And I look forward to connecting with you guys in the next reading. Take good care. Welcome, group number 3. I am so excited to find out everything I can about your future spouse. So we're going to look into some characteristics, possibly how you will come across them or how you will feel with them. And then we're going to go into zodiac signs and time frames with months and time frames. Okay, so let's get into it. Divine Source, please help show me very clearly everything possible about group number 3's future spouse. Thank you so much. Okay, so the first card we have here is listen to your intuition. So the first thing I'm hearing is that for this group, often this happens with group number 3, I'm beginning to see, you are going to be, both of you, highly spiritual people. So if you are a spiritual person, if you consider yourself somebody who likes to learn about magical things, likes astrology, I'm hearing, or is interested in things like zodiac signs, if you're compatible, if you're a healer or you like the healing arts, this is probably your reading, okay? And even if not, there's probably something here for you. Sorry, I need a drink of water there, sip of water. Okay, what else? So I'm hearing that the reason why you're coming upon this person now is because both of you are spiritually awakening. You're going through an awakening process and you're meeting the person at the right time, meaning you're both in your power and you're feeling stabilized within your awakening, and that the two of you coming together will catapult your awakening to the next level. Okay, this reading is wholly different than the other readings for sure. Okay, interesting. They just told me that the person coming in might have been in the military. Yeah, in the military. That's for just one or two of you. I'm hearing that They might be from a different country from you. I'm hearing British, so I don't know if there are any British folks tuning in. So you might be British, or the person who is coming in might be British, or just from the UK in general. There's telling me to open that up a bit more. Okay, from the UK. I'm hearing that they might have an accent. Again, not from the same country as you, from wherever you come from. I'm hearing that this person is very attractive, which I know sounds like a general thing to say, but I have not said that in any of my love readings. Like really attractive. Yeah. I'm hearing one of you say, who, me? Like, I'm going to attract someone very attractive. Yes, you will, because you are beautiful. I don't need to see you to know that you're beautiful. I am hearing spirit tell me that some of you actually don't know how attractive you are. And it's time to sort of look upon yourselves in a different light. I just heard that very clearly. Some of you do not know how attractive you are. I don't know why I keep seeing this like coral eyeshadow for, I just dropped my ring. 1 second, you guys. Okay, sorry about that. So yeah, I don't know if some of you have been like experimenting with makeup recently, but I just heard very clearly that someone is wearing coral eyeshadow. So if that's you, let me know in the comments down below, or you've been trying new eyeshadow. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, I'm also seeing that you might meet someone on vacation to an island. I heard Barbados just now. I'm hearing that someone might get, I don't know what this is called. I'm seeing like that colored thread through your hair, or you're getting some kind of braids done in your hair. Yeah, on this vacation. And this is where you might meet this person. I'm also seeing, I'm getting very specific things, so I'm sorry if this is just for like one or two of you, but I'm just going to go with it. I heard the word maitre d' or hostess. I heard the word maitre d' and I saw a hostess. So it looks like somebody who might be like a maitre d' or a manager of a restaurant or a hostess at a restaurant. And you might, I'm hearing the word patron. So like you might meet your person because they're coming into your restaurant and like someone is going to ask you out. That's very specific. Yeah, I'm seeing like a very attractive woman at the front of this restaurant and a very attractive man coming in. So if you're looking, a woman looking for a man, you might meet your future spouse this particular way. And with the maitre d', it looks like someone working in the back, like in the kitchen, like a sous chef. You might meet someone who is like a new hire. You might meet a new hire. Oh yeah, they're showing me like a whole story about this. How you may, I'm hearing the word surreptitiously. So like you guys may date and not tell people in the restaurant because it might be frowned upon. But that's going to happen for someone who's listening in. Let me know if you work in a restaurant. I'd love to know if that's you. But keep your eyes peeled for a new hire. This looks like for a masculine, that message. But it could be for anyone. Okay. What else, Spirit? What else can you tell us about the characteristics of this person's future spouse? So I'm seeing somebody who wears rings. Mm-hmm. Very unique jewelry. Yeah. I feel like this person just has a very unique style. So if you guys have a unique style, the person you're calling in is going to have a really cool, unique style. Yeah. I'm hearing Aquarius. I just heard Aquarius. Yeah, Aquarians just like, not all Aquarians, but Aquarians do think way outside the box or can think way outside the box, and they can be very progressive and they can have a very unique style. Okay, so if you're looking for an Aquarius, or if you know an Aquarius that you have your eyes on, that might be them. What else can you show me, Spirit? Yeah, I'm just seeing like someone with like really cool sunglasses. That's just what this coming across the screen of my mind. Oh, and as I just said, the screen of my mind, I heard the word film, film. So they might work in the arts, filmmaker. They might be a filmmaker or work in the arts or even TV emceeing. Mm-hmm. Very creative. Yeah, I'm feeling like fifth house energy here. Very creative person. I'm seeing somebody who meditates. Yeah, their energy is just super calm, super grounded. Um, like I'm seeing some of you guys might have been, I don't want to use this word spirit, with all due respect, because I'm a psychologist, so I don't like to use words that are also diagnoses. Um, let's just say you might have been with someone previously that had variable mood. Like you couldn't quite feel safe with them because you didn't know what you were going to get. They might have been like all over the place in that regard, in with regards to their mood. And I'm seeing that the person that is coming into your life, it has a very stable mood. Um, so like you're gonna feel really safe with them. Yeah. It doesn't mean that they don't have like a broad spectrum of emotional expression or anything like that. It's just like they're just very balanced. And now I'm seeing Libra, which makes sense because of the scales, but they don't always give me that. But Libra. So we have Aquarius and Libra. We have air signs again. I think group number one also had a bunch of air signs. Yeah, they just feel really grounded. Just it seems like a really cool person. Like if you have like a cool vibe and you're looking for like somebody with a cool vibe, like this is your reading, like they're coming in. Again, it's like they're balanced and they're like spiritually inclined, but they're spiritually inclined, but in a very grounded way. Not practical, just grounded. Yeah, I just keep seeing someone with I'm seeing like a variation of like Lenny Kravitz. I hope that doesn't scare anyone, but like, and it's not about masculine or feminine, just like a very cool vibe. Yeah. And I keep seeing like meeting them on this like island vacation. Yeah, I just heard tiki, like a tiki, I don't know what that is, like, like a tiki party or tiki hut or something like that. So I'm a little bit out of my head. Can you show me anything else? They're saying no, let me go to the cards, okay? So I could just channel. Guys, let me know if you want like straight channeled messages without cards, and I could just do that. I think I do the cards because I feel like people just really enjoy the cards, but I can just channel for like 30 minutes. And sometimes the messages are a little bit more pure form that way. So let me know if you'd prefer that or if you really like the cards, okay? I'd appreciate it if you can give me some feedback. I just want to hear from my listeners, what do you want, right? What do you want in readings? Do you want cards? Do you want pure form channel messages? Do you want live channeled? What do you want? I want to read for you. Okay, let's get one from this side of the deck. Yeah. The spirit showed me early on that I'm not going to get like a million views off the bat. I'm going to slowly build a group of people who have like where we have a similar vibration and we're looking for the same things. So yeah, I would really like to read for those people who are listening to my readings. Anything else? No. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Key. Successful outcome to your problems. Okay, let me just look at the rest of this. Nest. And then we have the horse. And then we have handshake. Interesting. Okay. Spirit, show me clearly. Okay, that's weird. I've been getting very unusual messages in these readings. So for the key, you know what they just showed me? They showed me someone opening up a locker. So you might meet this person in a gym, but I actually saw someone taking out like those big nets of like balls from like a gym closet, um, like a school gym or something like that. And it feels like this person is like a coach, like they coach little league or like a basketball team. Because I see somebody like with a whistle around their neck and opening up a door like in the gym, like in a school gym though, and they're taking out these balls, like soccer balls, basketballs, and it looks like they're a coach. It's a very unique message. Or maybe one of you does this as a coach, or maybe one of you is a teacher and you're going to meet the coach in your school. Yeah, I just saw that very clearly in my mind. Okay, so unlike the key, the nest piece is actually about what the card is saying. An emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. So it does feel like the person who is coming in is someone who is very family oriented. I know this might just be for one or two of you, but they might want like goats I'm seeing and chickens in their backyard, like a small farm in their backyard where like you raise your own chickens and you cultivate like some kind of garden. Um, yeah, like I'm hearing self-sustaining. So like if any of you are wanting that kind of life where you're not just buying things from the supermarket, but like you're growing your own food and you're yeah, and like you have like your own eggs from your own chickens. This person might like that with you. It's a very specific message for someone, but I just saw that very, very clearly. I'm also hearing that for some of you who like live in a city, who are aching to get out of the hustle and bustle of a city, like the person who's coming in is going to want that too, is going to want, and I'm not actually talking about like suburban life either. This is a very, again, unique. Like you guys are going to like just have your own way of doing things. Yeah. So it's not like off the grid, but it has that flavor to it where you're just going to sort of build your own way of living that is just not conventional. This is going to be a very unconventional relationship. And that's how you're going to know that this is for you. And like with short journey here, because I feel like the horse is like a different message, but with the idea of a short journey, it feels like it's like just outside the city. So like you guys might still like going out in the city a little bit, but your life day to day is going to be like a short journey away from the city. Like I'm seeing 20 to 30 minutes. So it is a journey. It's not like you're going to walk to downtown shops and stuff like that, because that's not the way you want your everyday lives your everyday lives to look. It's really a little bit more away from the conventional scene. But ever so often, you guys are going to pop up and see your friends in restaurants, and people are going to be like, "Where have you guys been? We haven't seen you in so long." And you're going to like it that way. Yeah, you're going to like it that way. Yeah, I'm just seeing like you guys taking herbs from your garden and tending to your chickens. And interestingly, I feel like you guys are vegetarians. Like you're not eating these chickens, you're raising them, but you are eating eggs, but you're doing it in a humane way. And I'm seeing like you guys giving thanks to the chickens. Like I feel like you guys have a lot of reverence to nature and to the animal kingdom. And you might have like I feel like you might not have children, or you might have like one child, and it's going to be like with a lot of animals around you. Like I see animals in the house and around the house, and it's really lovely. And I see like a lot of wood. Like I don't know, I feel like this person coming in is going to be very good with their hands. You might be really good with your hands. Oh, and of course, like with horses, there might be like this looks like a baby horse to me, which I think they have a name and I can't think of it now because I'm not in my rational mind. But it's like that horse that doesn't ever become like a grown horse. I forgot what it's called, but anyway, like a mare. Is that what it's called? A mare? I don't know if that's right. Um, but it seems like you have like these size animals like goats, maybe no, they said no to a sheep. Oh, a lamb, a little lamb. So you might have like two goats, a lamb, and like three chickens. That's how I'm seeing it. And then I see like a dog and a cat inside. So you're going to have like a lot of animals. Yeah. And you're going to meet somebody who has like that same turn of mind towards the animal kingdom and the plant kingdom, where you're just going to have a lot of reverence, a lot of respect for them. Now, I'm trying to get a sense of what the handshake is about. Oh, okay. So they just showed me. So if you can look beyond this card, because that's what they're showing me. They're showing me this very softness about the intimate way, like the physical intimacy between the two of you, where very much like your love of animals, the love for one another is going to be very respectful and very warm. This is gonna, I'm hearing hearth, the word hearth. Like there's gonna be like a fire in the living room, very homey, a lot of love, a lot of like kapha energy. If you guys know Ayurvedic medicine, kapha is like the quintessential mama or papa energy. It's like very warm, and you've got these lovely throws on the couch, and you know, I don't know, like mashed potatoes, like it just feels warm and cozy. I don't know why I just saw mashed potatoes. That was a little weird, but it's like a very homey environment. And with the hands here, it's like you guys are going to have like a lot of loving gestures with one another. You're going to want to hold each other's hands. I'm seeing someone put their hand on their partner's back. So your future spouse is really going to be very warm and nurturing and loving. And you are too, for sure. Yeah. And like this looks like a home I would like to be invited to. It just feels so loving. Yeah. There's just going to be a lot of warmth and love in this relationship. And yeah, because you're both very high vibrational people, right? You're both like spiritually inclined people who have like ascended, and like, yeah, you're just going to meet each other intuitively. It's just going to feel like you're just going to come across their path, or they're going to come across your path. And there's going to be something spirited between the two of you where you're going to be like, I know you're my person. They're saying it's beyond, like, I'm asking in my mind, like, is this love at first sight? And they're like, kind of. It's more like your souls are going to recognize each other. Yeah, it's really beautiful the way I'm seeing it. Okay, so we're running out of time, so let's do the zodiac signs. So what are the possible zodiac signs for group number 3? We're in group number 3, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, so we have Gemini, another air sign. So now we have all the air signs: Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. What other sign, Spirit, could this future person be? Show us clearly. And we have Aries. Cool. So we have the air signs and Aries. And then let's see what months of the year you might meet this person. What months of the year will you meet this person? Ooh, October just fell right out. You know, when I was seeing this scene of the two of you guys, it felt like October. Like it felt like, well, I guess it depends on where you are in the world. I'm in the States, so I don't know. I'm in a warm state, so even October is still actually pretty warm. But the way I felt it was with the leaves falling. It felt like leaves falling and the air getting crisper, and you're starting to light fires in light, a fireplace. I mean, and you're both like getting excited about the turn of the seasons. That's how it felt like to me. But October, wherever you are in the world. And let's get one more month, possibly, that this group will meet their future spouse. We got 2. We'll take it. Okay. So we have July. So I am reading in May right now, so this could be in a couple of months. And then we have February. Again, I was seeing like cold. So October, July, or February. And now finally, let's get a quick time frame. When are they going to meet this person? What other information can you give us? Let's just get one card here. A year from now. So this could be a year from now, which will be May, or Aries. It could be April, or it could be the start of the new year. So January, February. January, February. So I'll just do like this. Okay. So that's your reading, you guys. I hope something resonated. I send you guys so much love and so many blessings. I hope this comes true for you, or whatever you would like comes true for you. And if you like this reading, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't. Let me know in the comments down below if anything resonated. I would love to hear. Otherwise, I really look forward to connecting with you guys in the next reading. So much love and so many blessings. Take care.